Hey Busters, welcome back to another Capsule Tour video. So, today, we're finally able to take a look at the NokogiriGazami Kani? Or I guess, I think in English it's called the mud crab, but kind of Japanese names more kind of like the Nokogiri, what would it be, like the sawtooth crab, based on that. But yeah, this set actually came out, I think it was about a month ago, so back in March, maybe the first week of March. It is quite rare, like anytime this specific series, the Dangomushi series, comes out with one of their spin-off lines, the first wave usually sells out real quick. When that happened, I only managed to get the, the SubeSubeManjuuGani crab here, or I think it was called the Floral Egg Crab in English. But yeah, that's the only one and this one was the only one I wanted. The other two in the set I already kind of slightly had, and I didn't really want it again, so I held off on that. But yeah, today after work, just stopped by one of my local stations because I knew the second wave came out, and lo and behold, managed to get it. So yeah, just wanted to, you know, quickly show you guys this. So yeah, quite excited for this. I think this one is the most sought after one in the set. So yeah. Oh, so unlike I guess the wasp and stuff, I guess since it's not so full, they weren't too worried about it exploding, so only one layer of shrink wrap. But yeah, just like the SubeSube one, the floral egg, is it? It is round here, but I think... Oh, actually, I'm not sure. I remember the SubeSube crab, the floral egg crab, when I got it. Like, this display base was like slightly like ovalish, but this time it does seem to be perfectly round. Interesting. But yeah, for those who actually get this, or who bought it online and get this, this is a throwaway piece. If you're wondering about this, this is it's supposed to be where they put it like a clear stand for the wasps or the insectoid spin-off line. So you can actually just throw this away. This one, I guess you could keep if you want. It doubles as a display base. Granted, you don't have the stand, but you can just pop this off and flip it inside out, and it does turn into a display base, you know. Oh, actually, yeah, this one's kind of tight, so that's pretty good. Whether you use it for the crab, I'm not sure how you would, but, you know, let's just keep it there. So, instruction manual, or I guess the little booklet, as is it, Kani. So, do love the design on this. This crab. I wonder what they'll do for the second set, you know? Currently, I think everything they kind of released a second set of, almost. Actually, that's not true. Sorry. The turtle came out with 3 sets. The bees came out with 2 sets. The beetles, they have yet to release another set yet. I really do hope for that. So, but yeah. So in the booklet, you know, just kind of tells you like different parts of it. You know, so here's like the eyes, the claw, you know, the carapace. You know, so what is it? Daigo tamago. So it's just like the 5th appendage, I guess, the 5th limb. You know. Is it tamago? I'm not sure. Nope, not tamago. But yeah, so it just kind of tells you how to build it. Specifically this one, I do recall when you got the SubeSube one, it might have had a different picture, but for the most part, they all do build the same. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is the SubeSubeManjuuGani, the floral egg one, and then you have the Torafukarappa, the the shy face crab or something like that, and then the Meganekarappa, which is pretty much the same identical mold, just that it had like a slightly different paint app, so that's why I avoided rolling this one, which is why this one took so long to get. But yeah, let's get that out of the way. So let's get this bad boy finally out of its shell. Oh, look at that. So let's see, is it this one? Okay, so this time it is sealed up, so let me just get my trusty scissors. Oh, actually, forget that. This is... my hobby knife was right here, so let's just use that. Small incision there, and the rest we'll just manhandle. Alright. So there we go. And the pieces we go. Hopefully all the pieces are there. I mean, I haven't experienced any trouble with this particular... Oh, wow, look at... Well, that's a weird design. Interesting. So just right off the bat, guys, let's see if I can just get this a bit more focused. Like, wow, I thought based on the pictures and stuff, it would be like much darker. Like, yeah, so like I thought it'd be dark like the claw, but this is definitely like, okay, so definitely like a mud crab, like different paint apps. You can kind of see like the brush strokes and stuff. Wow, it's really different from what I imagined. I'm not even sure if like this is even the correct way they were supposed to do it. Like based on the what is it, the little what is it on the pictures they advertised with. It's really different. Interesting. Well, let's see if it looks all right. So, but yeah, definitely. Ooh, it's quite sharp here. Great detail here, like a matte finish. Here it's just kind of red. Maybe that's mud. This would definitely move. So how much? Probably the same as, yeah. So the little, oh yeah, look at that detail in that mouth parts. Just gonna show that off now with the legs out of the way. It's just a bit easier. So these are all ball joints. So look at that detail. Nice. Oh wow. Like it's in here, it's got like that mini mouth and stuff. Wow, that's some good stuff. And then it's got, these are just there. Yeah, I think these are just molded parts, not really. Probably the eyes. Yep, the eyes can move up. So they're probably on little ball joints, but the little antennae here are stuck there. So yeah, off to a great start already. So let's build this guy up. Let's see. So definitely, I think the red goes down, but I could be wrong. So let's just double check this. Alright, so we want the little sharp parts facing up. So as you can kind of see, so like just looking at this, I learned that, what is it, like just look at the image of it. So clearly the movable part is on the inside, so definitely like that. So this is this one. Let's pop it in. Is it all the way? I don't know how far. Oh, there we go. And the next one. Yeah, definitely that's the correct way. So as you can see, oh dang, that's really sharp. So I guess for you guys, be careful. I did not notice it. I just stabbed myself. I guess it lives up to its name. Oh, Nokogiri. Like sawtoothed. Dang, that's sharp, little bugger. There we go. Got the crab arm. So let's get the legs in. So it's got medium, long. Okay, and then short. Let's see. So these are clearly the back parts. And let's see. Let's extend these a bit. We got the medium, long. Okay, this one definitely seems the longest. So I'm guessing, let's see. Yes, this is definitely the longest. Second longest. This one seems to be about the same. Let's see, is there any differences between them? This one seems to be a little bit different, so for now let's just put on the long ones first. Long ones go in the third hole. So let's see, this one goes in here, I'm guessing. Yep. Alright. So I don't want to stress these ball joints too much, so just slowly wiggle it in and hope for the best. It does feel kind of scary though. Like it definitely feels like it could break at any moment. Sorry guys. Can definitely go in more, but I'm really scared. Like it feels, I guess maybe it's this plastic, but it just feels a lot like bendy, like the leg part. So oh, I can feel it breaking already. I think, is that stress mark? Yeah, so as you guys can see, just using my finger, you can bend it a bit, so definitely be careful about that. So, oh, there we go. You just push it down. Oh, it definitely feels a bit dangerous, so. Because I think, what is it? Based on like how they painted this, you know? There's a lot more friction going on than most. So let's just leave it as that for now. And I feel like this one, right? This one's the other long one. So I guess it should go about like the yam this much. So really hope I got it right? Should be, I think. Honestly, not too sure. Unless sometimes they write like little hints written on the legs and stuff to tell you like if it's a left or right one. I didn't really look, and from what I can gather, it doesn't seem to have any indications currently, so. Let's push this in. So, maybe this much? I feel like this one's in, but definitely feels scary to move. But yeah, so just be careful, guys. At least for me, because as some of you probably know, I do live in Japan, so at least for me, I do have the option of customer service, and they are generally pretty good with this stuff. Like the beetles I got, the legs did snap off like before I did anything. It just came kind of like snapped off. Emailed them about it, and they just said, "Oh, no problem. Just mail us the thing, and we'll once we get it in and check it out, we'll send you a new one." And that's exactly what they did. So okay, this leg is definitely kind of hard. So you know what, guys, sorry, I'm just gonna build this off screen because I'm kind of worried about it. So let me just move these out of the way and bring it back in its completed form. Alright, guys, so yeah, you probably, because you know I edited this, but this actually took me a long time to get it in, and unfortunately, from what I learned, maybe it's just mine, but the joints on this are really worrisome. Like the legs here are just kind of like soft plastic, so like pushing it in, you can like, I guess that's where they also cut the sprue, but it definitely feels like it can snap at any moment. So for those who get this, just be careful when putting it in. Like me, like I didn't actually push it all the way in because it's just going to be a display piece. So, you know, just got the legs kind of there, like, but honestly, you know, it just could be a quality issue. Like maybe the ones you guys got are a lot better. Maybe it's just like the paint was a bit too thick, so the hole was like a perfect fit, and then due to the excess paint apps, you know, it just filled up a bit too much. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, it at least the build quality because of it does detract from the value in my opinion. But yeah, so just to show it off in its fully mode. But yeah, I guess assuming the leg problem is just on mine alone, you would have articulation in the legs here, as they're all on ball joints. You know, the legs do curl up like that. So I position mine so I can have mine like, you know, laying down like you're ready to eat them. Just like a crab. So yeah, the back little flippers here do move, and the cool thing is, as you can see just by the hole here, these do move back a little bit. So it's pretty cool that they, you know, gave you that extra bit of articulation for something so trivial. Although maybe on the crab itself it's not trivial, I don't know, but just, yeah. But you know, I guess I think they're used to balance or something, I don't really know. You know, I know nothing about crabs, I eat them. But yeah, size-wise, pretty cool. I guess just to like show off, despite me not having, you know, I can't really move them much anymore because of just how stiff mine are. Despite all that, you know, as you guys saw, it is able to support its own weight. So I guess once you get it in there in a nice angled position. You don't really have to worry about ever moving it about too much. Although like for some legs, if I do need to move it, I would recommend like how I did, where I just hold it here at the base and just slowly move it. Like you just push down on this so you really get the ball joint here inside to move, versus this, just because as you can see, it just, I don't know if you can see it, like I can just bend it and it's not really the ball moving. So I do recommend just doing that, you know, just push it up against the thing to just prevent any unnecessary risk. Just get the legs up. But yeah, it is pretty cool. In terms of, I guess, articulation, I did go over the legs, and the claw itself is kind of hinged here. I guess one hinge here, and then another mini one here. And of course the scissors open here. It's a bit stiff on mine, so maybe because of paint app. So it is kind of hard. So definitely can hold some heavy stuff up. In terms of paint apps, the shell itself, like I mentioned before, is really good. You can kind of see like the matte finish. The arms itself, I can't quite tell what the original color is. Could be the white, I'm guessing. I can't really tell what the original color is. Possibly red based on just the joint seen in here, but yeah. It does have some nice red here, and then kind of like a sprayed on gradient. Not full gradient, but let's see if I can focus it on it to show you guys. Sorry guys, it's a bit hard to see, but like on the claw, it is more like a speckled gradient. So just imagine like it's red and then they kind of spray painted it, so it has these like a spray like effect here instead of like a full gradient where everything blends in. It is kind of like that. Oh, okay, definitely. I think as you can see, the red here is a bit thick, so maybe it was just originally black, you know. Yeah, paint apps is really good. Here same, it kind of gradients to like a nice red. The chest here is painted, and it got some nice detailing. Yeah, overall not much else I can say. In terms of looks, like this crab is definitely looks good, you know. Definitely got the nice molding, like the super sharps here, like quite sharp actually. I'm surprised at how sharp it is. So definitely not for kids. I could easily see them if they sit on this. It could definitely just puncture skin easily, very easily actually. So do be careful for those who have this and maybe have kids around. About the claw, yeah, even in the claw, this one surprisingly is really sharp. So definitely be careful about that, guys. Like you could, pretty sure it can cut paper. Actually, let's see if I got some paper. You know what? Let's just sacrifice this. Let's see. Will it cut? So yeah, so it does scratch it quite well. So as you can kind of see just from that, it's quite sharp. But yeah, that's about it, I guess. In terms of size comparisons, you know, as always, before I show it off, let's just show it off for everyone else who don't have things. Generic poker card size, Pokemon, Digimon card, Magic the Gathering size. I'll just put the legs in like it's ready to be eaten, you know, assuming you kind of like compact itself. It'll be about this big, yay big, but just within the card size. If I put it like there, height wise is about same height as one, and then just the body is a little bit smaller with the legs sticking out a bit, kind of like that. So I guess maybe if I do it this way, it might be easier for you guys to see in terms of a generic poker card size. So if we put the API like tall wise, in terms of height, it's about like a quarter of the card, maybe less, about like half a card height. But yeah, let's have him just kind of standing up a bit, and how he looks like next to his little brothers, although there's really only two. So ooh, yeah, he can just propel himself up. He's not even using his hind legs. So if we put him next to the manju crab, so yeah, like these guys, I didn't have any problems. These are just straight hard plastic, hollow. The legs were soft. These were kind of bit harder, so definitely didn't have problem with these guys' legs. But definitely much smaller in size. Like maybe if I so like that. Sorry, Buster, let me just move you back here. So like in terms of size, definitely much bigger. So like in volume and size, like definitely bigger. Like the claws are way bigger. Shell wise, this one's slightly bigger, maybe like 10% bigger. But definitely in terms of legs, like these guys got the short little scrubby legs. These got the big legs, you know, got some real meat in them. I think I've actually eaten some of these before. But yeah, and then if we put it, I think it's about the same, like next to the shy crab, like this guy's legs, if we stick them out. Like this guy's definitely bigger in volume, surprisingly after. I thought he was quite small when I took him out of the bag, but yeah. Compared to the other crabs, he is quite a lot bigger. Like claw is definitely smaller, but in terms of I guess just overall volume, impact in terms of volume when displayed, he's definitely got it way more than the shy face crab or shame face crab. So like if we put them side by side, kind of like that. I mean, on the back, can't really do much, you know. But definitely, like, the legs really makes him look bigger. If we put him next to a turtle, for those wondering, the tortoise, you know, he's about this much. I mean, sorry guys, there's not much I can do to show off size, but he is actually surprisingly big now that I compare it with some other stuff. But yeah. Definitely a cool guy. But there you go, Busters. So yeah, sorry it took so long for this video, and unfortunately, you know, ran into some problem trying to put them together. But yeah, this guy is definitely cool. In terms of crab, if you can get him, I definitely say do get it. As I said before, this Kani series, along with all these other ones, these are 500 yen Gashapon, so like about $5, maybe less depending on what your conversion rate is. But yeah, I definitely I mean, I will say this: if you can get this guy and he doesn't have the leg problem, then I 100% recommend it. But with the leg problem, it kind of does give it kind of like a less, drops him down like a few points. Like it makes him less, I guess, posable, not as playable as originally. You know, you might get the legs in one position and then never maybe move him again, or risk possibly breaking him. So yeah, unfortunately that's kind of a pretty big negative in my opinion. But I can definitely recommend it for those, you know, who just want a display piece, or you know, like me, who just collect these and then you know, just kind of display them and don't really move them. Then yeah, definitely recommend the guy. Like I guess for the fans who collect the crab, definitely get him. For those on the fence, you know, I'd still say pretty much get him. Like for those who just want something cool to display, definitely this crab will definitely meet your requirements. For those who just want like a nice figurine to maybe like draw or pose, or maybe like some people like to take pictures, you know, build like a diorama, have them fight or something. At that point, I might recommend maybe getting a different crab, although like these guys have less impact and this guy is a bit smaller. At least the legs are definitely more reliable and posable. Like this guy, it's a bit more risky, and then, you know, you do run into that problem. However, you know, if you're okay with maybe snapping off a leg or two and then just fixing it up yourself, either glue or put a metal rod in, if you're okay with that, then that's fine, you know, if you don't need a pristine figure. But for those that do, you know, want it in tip-top shape, I would recommend, at least on my figure, given how stiff the legs are and how much like stress mark it already has just from moving it, I would really recommend it for you guys. However, you know, for those with the display piece, or just like collecting crabs, or just want crabs in general, given like how little I guess, options you do have besides just buying a real crab and raising it, I definitely say do get it. I mean, at $5 for this, it's a great buy. If you're ordering it online based on shipping, you might jack it up to like 8 or 10, you know. At that point, I'd say maybe throw in a couple more items to try to like spread out the shipping cost. But yeah, definitely a cool guy, and I'm definitely really happy that I managed to get him. Just about the leg problem, you know. In fact, I might even just mail Bandai and ask them about it to see if this was a common problem that lots of people also mailed about or not. And if I get any information on that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But yeah, thanks, Busters. I greatly appreciate you guys sticking around to watch this, despite it being like 25 minutes when it should only really be 10. Once again, greatly appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you join me again for the next Gashapon review. Next one actually is probably, if I'm lucky, I should be able to get another one out next week. I guess the third week of April of 2021. From the same spin-off series line, they are releasing a caterpillar. There's 3 types. Honestly, they're all kind of to me, but I do want one, so I'll probably just roll one and leave it as that. So hopefully I can get that out to you guys ASAP so you guys can take a look and order it if you're interested. Anyways guys, this is Buster-kun here, off to get some freebie honey.